you in the room today are business owners or managers. Please stand up so we can see you. Wow. How about those of you who support someone or know someone who is? Stand up. Right? Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. It is no joke. In business, we wear many hats. And I believe that for most of us, we are doing the best that we can for our employees and our teams. And then a day comes along and you get one of those dreaded white envelopes, or the text message or phone call asking for a meeting in person. Even seeing this white envelope right now makes me sweaty. 8 years ago, I received 7 white envelopes in one day. I was 39 weeks pregnant with my daughter on bed rest with toxemia. What was I thinking? How could I be a business owner and a mom? How could I balance it? And if that wasn't bad enough, just 3 years ago, I received 9 white envelopes, several phone calls and text messages in one day. This pushed me, let's be real, forced me to change the direction of my company. And here shortly, I'll share a piece of my story with you. Something that you'll have some insider information about how this dreaded white envelope changed everything. Statistics show that 85% of small businesses go out of business within 5 years. 6 salons in the US close every single day. And in the self-care industry like mine, I'm expected to lose 62% of my employees before they even make it to the 3rd year in my company. And even after knowing these facts, I know that success is easier to obtain than failure ever has been. That our mind's response to anything new, different, or uncomfortable takes us to that place of fear. And that fear creates doubt. That doubt could be the one thing that causes our failure or our success. So what if our mind, coupled with action, could determine it all? What if the only difference between making a slight impact or a significant impact in the world was me? Now let's say that again together and repeat after me. What if the only difference between making a slight impact or a significant impact in the world was me? In 2015, I was faced with a major dilemma in my company. I had worked very hard to create my life to look and feel a certain way, and we had a very distinct culture in my business. At this point, I had been a business owner for about 6 or 7 years. I had my feet wet, it was good. Except every day that year, I was going to work feeling depleted, unfulfilled. I was feeling empty inside, and I realized that we had created that culture of the terrible I, me, my mentality. Each person were out for themselves. They didn't necessarily care what was good for the entire team or the company, and certainly not me for that matter. And I believed that we were more than that horrible stereotypical salon culture. You all know what I'm talking about. And it was during that time of searching for more that I knew that this was not enough for us. And my mindset became really clear that if we were going to get through this and grow together, things had to change. I believed that we could be a team who genuinely cared and supported each other, that we could be honest and encourage each other, not only in our careers, but personally as well. I wanted to contribute more to our amazing community, to create an environment where it was okay to give and to serve others, and this was my vision. This vision began to consume me. My friends and family, some of them are here today, would even say it became an obsession. I was taking personal growth classes. I was searching for answers, reading books, going to seminars, business classes, industry-specific courses to learn and grow. But I knew I had to make a choice. I could step into the unknown, or I could step back into fear. I could listen to the opinions of others. They told me that it wouldn't work. They said I would be ruined. I could even listen to my own fear. Heck, I could lose everything. My personal assets were locked into my company. My livelihood was at stake. My children's future was on the line. And people weren't going to like this change. I was about to become very unpopular. That same year, I restructured my entire company. Now, don't forget, this is a 50-year-old business, a pillar in the community, an iconic company, and I was taking it on to get better on the inside. I did everything that I could to help our staff at the time see this vision, to ensure their happiness, to make them feel welcome in the hopes that they would want to go along in this journey with us. And then day by day, and one white envelope after another, they began to leave. I lost 9 of my top performing stylists and $500,000 in client services in just 12 days. I was terrified. This shook me to my core. I didn't expect this at all. I had researched and thought through every angle. I played out worst-case scenarios, but there was one that I had missed. The one where now being employed by us versus renting a station meant that they had to pay their taxes. I felt completely numb. I began to second-guess my decision. Had I just made the biggest mistake of my life? And for a minute, I wanted to be like, wait, I'm just kidding, I take it all back. But I knew that old business model wouldn't allow us to become the company and the team that I believed that we could be. I dug deep into the deepest parts of my being to see my vision so crystal clear, to know that in my soul that it was the right thing to do. I started saying my own belief statement. I am a leader making a significant and positive impact in the world, and I can do this. I don't know if I even believed it at the time, but what I do know is it helped me get through those hard days. Along with the support from my business partner, family, and close friends, they listened to me and believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. They cheered me on. The will and the desire to uncover more for my life and for those I serve and employ. I made a plan, and that plan was adjusted daily. How I thought things would unfold was nothing like they did. And it was just then that I could see this could be better than I had ever imagined. I had my game face on. I didn't stop refining this vision, hiring new people, implementing new systems, training, education, building us up from the inside so that we could truly serve our guests in the best possible way, with the best team supporting each other every step. Those next 18 months for me was the toughest, most uncertain time in my career. I was pushing past the fear that came up every single day. And now, here we are, almost 3 years later, and I have the team that I believed we could be. A few of them are here today as well. We are honest with each other. We support each other. We work through challenges together. And the best part is, our guests see it every day. They feel it because together, we are day makers. Could I have failed? Yes, absolutely. Did I make mistakes? Probably all of them. And I learned every time that I did. And for me, this is just the beginning. So let's all think about this, taking this one concept, that our mind and the power of our thoughts plus action to truly have what we want. And now I'm going to ask you to think of something that you really want. I mean, really want, and it would make a significant impact in your life. It could be a dream that you've always had, or a certain lifestyle that you've always wanted. Maybe it's a big career move. Is it a cabin in the woods or a trip around the world? Is it getting fit or owning the car of your dreams? Do you see it? As you begin to visualize, how many of you have that doubt creep in? Did anybody have fear come up, or that little voice inside your head telling you all the reasons why it wouldn't work? Or if you're like me, you come up with the worst case scenario. Well, we are here today to shift those thoughts, to throw our fear in the back seat and put us in the driver's seat. I am successful and wealthy. I am a leader. I am physically fit and I am healthy. I am a world traveler and adventurous. I am a global influencer. And right now, with that one statement, we begin to take control of our own lives. We are already putting into place the belief to accept this. And now, if you're willing, take out that swag bag. There's a blank envelope in there if you pull it out. And inside the envelope is an invitation to write your belief statement. Write down your I am belief statement right now while you're thinking about it. If you know Mel Robbins and have heard her speak, read her books, or listened to her stories, we know that we have 5 seconds to take action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like so many of you in the room, I am a change maker too. I believe that we can make a difference, that we can make a significant impact every single day. And yes, change is hard. Pushback is going to happen. Fear rises up and we get scared. I knew that I may not be liked by everyone, and for me, that's where my fear crept in. I can't be liked and make the hard choices too. This isn't Facebook. I mean, Facebook. This poem by Dr. Hartzell was given to me by a friend. I read it every day, and every day I am re-inspired. This is the beginning of a new day to use as I will. I can waste it or I can use it for good, but what I do today is important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone, forever leaving in its place something that I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain and not a loss, for success and not failure, in order that I have no regret for the price that I have paid for it. Today I say confront your fears, be unapologetically you, and create a significant life, a life that matters to you. And today I can embrace these white envelopes because what's inside is so different. Shelby, you keep us strong and motivated. You are the flame under our you-know-what. Without you, some of us, like myself, would have never accomplished half of what we have. Without you and your vision for every individual who steps into Graber & Company, you see the best in every single one of us. Thank you for all that you do every day and behind the scenes to make sure we have a place to stretch and grow. This is my business today. This is my culture today. This is what it looks like to be very unpopular. This is significant. Thank you.